Hello everybody, this is Frank and today we are going to shed some light on negative harmony from an interval point of view. First of all, let me give credit to Ernst Levy as these concepts go back to him. Although he didn't call it negative harmony back then. The process of translating every note into the negative world separately is not very efficient and sometimes even confusing. Therefore, I would like to share some shortcuts and secrets which lead you to the same results, but much quicker. Especially with triads and all types of 4-part structures, like 9th chords, 11th chords and so on. However, this subject really is much more complex, and that's why our academy probably will give an all-encompassing masterclass about negative harmony. Everything based on intervals. Please see the video description for further information. Let's talk about roots. You have to be sure about what roots you're using, otherwise you cannot apply negative harmony. Every movement from one root tone to the next can be reflected into the negative world by simply approaching the second root from the opposite direction, but keeping the exact same distance. That's how you get to your negative root tone. The most popular example for sure is the circle of fifth. By the way, this is the reason why plagal cadences are the negative pendant to authentic cadences, as they are reflections of one and another. Now that you know how to find the negative root tone, let's cover triads. Every triad returns a formula in chromatic steps from bottom to top. 4+3 for a major triad and 3+4 for a minor triad. In order to translate one of these structures into the negative world, simply reverse the formula and write it over your negative root tone. This also shows that major and minor triads are reflections of each other. Let's have some examples to clear things up. First, determine the root movement and the triad structure above. Next, get your negative root tone and use the reversed formula above it. Easy as that. So, here's another one. Again, reflect the root movement into the opposite direction and use the reversed formula on top. Okay. This all seems to be quite easy, right? But what happens if the triad does not start on the root tone, like having an E minor triad over a D root? Well, there's only one difference to the examples before, and that is the shift of the triad against the root. In our case, this shift equals 2 chromatics upwards from the original root. In order to get to the correct negative structure, we have to apply that exact shift on the negative side as well, but going into the opposite direction. Let's have another example. From now on, you are able to translate any major or minor triad over literally any root tone into negative harmony within just seconds. Pretty cool, right? So, let's talk about 4-part structures. And this really includes all types of structures in all different positions. Just for fun, let's use a G dominant 7th chord, as you probably know the negative result from other videos out there already. Firstly, we have to find our negative root tone. You know how to do that by now. Secondly, we want to determine the formula of the vertical structure in the treble. Start on the lowest note and count the chromatic steps to the next note above. As with triads, we want to use the reverse of that formula over the negative root tone. And here comes a little trick to determine the shift of the negative structure. Find scale tone 5 in your original chord structure. If there are any tones above that scale tone, simply count the distance from scale tone 5 to the highest note in your structure. Actually, that is your shift you want to apply to your negative pendant. And as expected, G dominant 7 becomes F minor 6 in the negative world. And just for the fun of it, let's do the same thing but change the original position of the dominant structure. As always, I hope this was useful. If you want to learn more about Music Interval Theory Academy and how it can boost your writing skills, don't hesitate to get in touch with us via our website. Also, you might want to have a look at M.I.T.A magazine, our free email service in which we share exclusive musical ideas and other unique pieces of content only with subscribed users. This is Frank, wishing you a nice and positive day. See you soon. Bye bye.